right. Where to begin? Well, for starters, I just want to say hello to everybody. I haven't really done a vlog on this channel before, and in particular not this style of vlog where I'm speaking to camera. It's been a very long time, so please just bear with me. But today is such a special day and I really wanted to document it because I think, God willing, if I get to be a very old lady one day, I will really cherish looking back on the memories that we're going to make today. So about 4 weeks ago, and actually while I do that, I'm just going to do a little get ready with me, my very standard pre-ride, pre-ranch day get ready with me. I was going to share some of the products that I like to use that I believe are pretty like kind of cowgirl approved. they can handle a bit of Australian heat. Okay, so where do I begin? About 4 weeks ago, I'm gonna get distracted and stop doing my makeup and everything. Try and stay focused. So, sorry. This is 50 plus La Roche-Posay sunscreen, absolutely essential. About 4 weeks ago, my husband and I, it's almost empty, my husband and I celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary, and that was such a special time. For the occasion, he took us on a magical mystery tour. Now, I had absolutely no idea where we were going. We live on a ranch in a rural area, so to get anywhere other than, places around our rural area, it takes a bit of time to get there, either by plane or like a little rural putt-putt plane, or to drive there. And so at the end of quite a long day of driving, we arrived at this property, and me still not knowing what was happening, was very curious about why there was a corral of very beautiful looking Iberian horses in front of us. Oh my gosh. So at the gate, as I can see the lady, the owner of the property, she's coming down to meet us, and a few moments before I shook hands with her, my husband told me that we were there to go and meet some Lusitano horses. Now, I think some of you have probably subscribed to the channel for some of the horsemanship content that I've been uploading recently. And so you'll probably know that I do work with horses. Primarily, the horses that I have worked with have been quarter horses, Western discipline horses. I also have done a bit of mentorship and worked with client horses for Anthony Desiree, and those horses were different breeds. So there was a couple of, I think there was a, like a Clydesdale and a Brumby. There's been some tiny little cunning ponies, and this is a wide range, which is excellent. The horse that I personally own, my mare Lily, is a quarter horse. I'm sure some of you are familiar. She's very, very beautiful. And I guess the style of horsemanship that I became drawn to when I first began working with horses was the horsemanship of Tom Dorrance, of Ray Hunt. And so Anthony Desiree is my mentor here in Australia, and he was one of the proteges of Ray Hunt. Spent quite a bit of time with him, starting colts. My first experience with horsemanship was actually through watching the Buck movie, the documentary about Buck Brannaman. And so that's kind of how that all started, and I can get into that another time. But essentially I was in that world and then came into contact with some of the classical, like the old school classical riding techniques. And I'd heard Buck Brannaman mentioning that a lot of the things that he was sharing were based on classical lateral movements, and I'd always been quite intrigued about that and wanted to learn who the old masters were, and so I've been on this voyage of discovery, learning about all these incredible old masters and seeing the similarities between that older style of horsemanship and how that has expressed itself in the Western styles that I have mostly been working with. And through that, I learned about what was essentially the original ranch horses, which were the Iberian breeds working on ranches over in Spain and Portugal. And I just became totally fascinated and intrigued by their beauty. They look quite different to the quarter horse. And it's not the easiest thing in Australia to meet those breeds unless you are in those circles, I guess. And I haven't been in those circles. I'm just putting a little bit of this sunscreen on my hands. I wear pretty sun smart outfits, being the pale damsel that I am. So anything that meets the sun, any sun rays that touch my body, I'm eating 50 plus sunscreen all the time. So we get to this property and I am just meeting these beautiful horses, and eventually my husband shares that some of them are available, in particular this beautiful gelding. I was very, very overwhelmed and, just so overjoyed to meet the lovely lady who owned these horses and to meet these gorgeous ponies. To get to the point, basically, my husband bought me a gorgeous Lusitano gelding. He's about 18 months old. And at 2 o'clock this morning, so this young gelding had actually not had a lot of handling. So we've had to take a little bit of time just to get him prepared to get on a horse float to make quite a long journey back to the ranch. So my husband at 2 o'clock has had departed. He has picked up this beautiful pony who is now on our float and on the way back to the ranch as I get ready. So I think in a few hours, hopefully they will arrive home safely and I will get to begin this absolutely wonderful journey of starting a gorgeous Lusitano gelding. I'm so sorry. I've just been talking to myself for a little while. Yay! That's not weird at all. Unfortunately, I encountered a problem that probably most horse people have, is that they ran out of storage on their phone because of all of the horse videos that are in the storage, and my phone just stopped recording. I'll just talk through quickly the rest of the makeup that I did. So basically, I think I may have cut out around eyeshadow time, but I used this Urban Decay primer potion after really blotting the oil off my eyelids. I used a lovely couple of eyeshadows from Kia Weiss. It's a beautiful organic, European organic brand. I used the color Cloud 9 to create a nice base, and then I think the color is called Angelic, and I used that to do a nice crease color. It's like a really pretty beigey color with a little more of a pink, cool pink undertone, which I'm quite pale, so this kind of color works really well to create a little bit of contouring around the eye. Just very sweet and subtle. And what else did I use? I use this to tightline. This is Revlon Color Stay eyeliner in brown, and I actually just painted onto a little angled brush and then go in from underneath and do a bit of a tight line, just really wiggle it into the lash line. I've got slightly hooded eyes, so I just feel like the lid, like the mobile lid space, the real estate there is kind of precious, so I don't like to get rid of it by drawing a line on top of my lashes. And then I lock that in with this NYX Milk Chocolate Epic Ink Liner. which is great. And then I also draw a little little Lana Del Rey inspired set of wings. And now you've got to make sure, if you're riding horses, you've got to make sure that they're nice and even, otherwise your horse won't be balanced, eh? Okay, enough of those silly jokes. And then I use this Thicket for eyebrows. It's a horrible applicator. The product is pretty cool, but you just, when you take the wand out, it's the little bit, the opening at the top is so loose that it just comes out. Who is using that much of the product on their eyebrows? It's quite a horrible product. I would not recommend buying this. I think there's better ones out there, but because we live rural and, you know, it's hard to go and try some of the fancier brands, and they are a bit pricier. I think the Charlotte Tilbury one that I tried was actually quite nice too. I might go back to using that one. Because I have to reapply the sunscreen every couple of hours if I'm doing a lot of things outside. I just don't see the point to putting on any kind of foundation. I use this Ilia skin tint as a more in place of a concealer, because I have freckles as well, and I find that if I use something with high coverage over the top of my freckles, I just really don't like the way it looks. I think it just does not flatter me, does not do me any favors. So yes, I just use that, and honestly, it's just really no point in using that if you're going to be reapplying sunscreen. Otherwise you have to reapply that as well. Then I go in with, well, basically I have this like color mood that I have this big crush on, and it's these very gorgeous raspberry berry toned cheek and lip stainy type products. And basically I'm just collecting the same color across multiple brands because it's like a comfort color. Does anyone else have that? I've just embraced it now. I have a problem and I'm cool with it. You know, there's worse addictions in life, I think. But this one is Glossier. I love this one. It's called Haze. So beautiful. And I really like it because it also does not seem to have any fragrance to it, which I like quite a lot. I get migraines, really bad ones, fairly regularly, and I am quite sensitive to fragrance at those times. I do not wear any perfume or like to wear anything that has fragrance in it around those times. I just, you know, and it really strange, like if I wear a perfume during that time, it's just, like, it's over. Like I just associate it with horrible pain. I also have this new one from Chanel, the Le Beige's Blush, Healthy Glow Blush. And this is so pretty. It's like a highlighter and that berry color in one. So gorgeous, but did I just get it on my nose? No, I'm all right. Super stanky, like super perfumed. Oh my goodness, the fragrance in this is intense. It's kind of a nice fragrance. I wish they wouldn't put that much fragrance into it, but I guess it's Chanel, that's what they're known for. So there is that one, and it's pretty, and if I, you know, don't use it at certain times, it's all good. There's also the Milk Makeup Multi-Stick, has a little bit of a fragrance to it, not too bad. Very pretty color, really crappy packaging. This is new, I got it on special. I don't think it's worth full retail price on account of the crappy packaging. It's also, I don't know, I'm not a fan of the Milk Makeup packaging, just kind of, it's not my vibe, but it is a really nice color. It looks very dark, but yeah, kind of shears out to that beautiful raspberry red color. And you can use this on your lips as well. So it's kind of handy actually to have something like this, because you put your sunscreen on and then just doop, 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 and do your lips again, and you're good to get back on your pony. Yeehaw! All right, and I think that's everything. I usually prep my lips at the beginning of doing my makeup with this RMS Lip Lights primer. Really crappy packaging. There's just, no matter what you do, how much you clean the nozzle, it starts to squish out from here. So there's no way I'd put this in my handbag, because it would just go everywhere. It's one of these like metal things, like you get a little oil paint in or something, but it's a really cute idea, but just, I don't think it's a very practical one. Panorama brown mascara. I'm pretty much a drugstore mascara kind of gal. And I think that's it. I think that's the beauty. So yeah, and I have these beautiful earrings as well. These were really inexpensive. They're just sterling silver. Got lucky and found them. I love big earrings, and I love to ride in big earrings, but they have to be really, really light. So I'm always on the lookout for super, super thin gauge silver earrings. And yeah, these are great. I really love them. I think that's everything. I'm going to get along with my day, with my ranch chores, and yeah, just, you know, just waiting for this pony. Oh, and I'm just, please Lord, let them get here safely. That is some precious cargo on that in the car, and on that float at the moment. So yeah, oh, I just am so excited to get to know Vigo, to start this journey together. It's such a special opportunity in horsemanship to have these moments too, where you've got a horse coming off a big trip. There's going to be some stress on the body, in the mind, and that horse is going to be looking for leadership. It's going to be looking for safety and comfort. And this is an opportunity for me to say, hey, I've got a good place for you to put your feet. I've got a safe place for you to be, and that's with me. And that's going to set the tone for the relationship forever. Very, very grateful to have this opportunity, and I will see you when he gets here. Oh my goodness. So just quick little fit check. Got my trusty cowgirl hat. Nice little sun smart scarfaroonie. Got this beautiful shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts. It's so cute. And my rollers flares in a nice cord. Got my beautiful belt buckle. I always wear my hair tucked up like this, usually on regular work days, because I just like to keep my hair out of the wind and the sun, just to keep it protected. We save the hair down days for special occasions. And yeah, that's it. Just gonna go pop my boots on. All right, let's get into the day. Oh, a special friend has arrived. Time to get some really nice, calm interior energy and go unload this pony. A special day. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Gosh, some days in life you just wonder what happened. Yeah, I'll just give you some time to take in all those sounds. Hey, sweetheart. It's nice. Hello to remember. Hungry. So we're just going to wait until he licks and chews a little bit and relaxes his body. His body's a little bit. That's good. It's nice. Still, he feels like he can embrace himself a little bit. It's been such a big trip. Everything he knows about life has just changed very quickly. Hey. Oh, what a sweetheart. What a sweetheart. That's nice. Very lovely. What a day. What a day. There you go. Thanks, sweetie. Yeah. Lucy. Good boy. Sweetheart. Good boy. That's nice. Get those hind feet unstuck a little bit. Get the nice windy day. All these sounds. Okay. Very soft. Good. Yes. Good. That's nice. So I think it's been about 25 minutes. Just been massaging and just touching him all over and scratching, and he looks like he's loosening up in his body. He's starting to eat a little bit, which is great. I think what I'd like to wait for a little bit more is just for the hindquarters to loosen up a little bit, because they're kind of just planted in place from the trip. But I can see everything is softening up a little bit more. He wasn't sweaty at all, which is excellent. And yeah, I think it's such a great opportunity to just get hands-on and also take time to allow him to find some relaxation, so that he really does associate getting off the float not with escaping a new and stressful situation. Rather, getting off the float is a nice relaxed activity after a nice massage. It won't always take this long, but I think it's worth taking the time to get this as good as possible, because we've just got the float backed up to the round yard here, and yeah, when he comes out, he might come off slowly, but he might come off kind of quickly as well. Just kind of want to be prepared for anything like that, and really give him the best chance possible to make it a good experience for him. Ah, nice. Yeah, nice. It's really soft. Like, that feels good to me, that he's kind of yielding to me, just swaying him back and forth like that. I like that. I feel like that's a nice sign. He's starting to get a bit more relaxed in his body. Good. It's allowing me to do that. It's sort of jammed up in there. Hey, sweetheart. That's all right. Yeah, that's nice. That's good. He's probably just going to want to look at Lily. Oh, well, good. Well, I've just wrapped up with Vigo do Floresta for our first little groundwork session, and I've got to say, I'm absolutely thrilled. I think he did so well. It looks like he's really let down. I don't know if you can see, but he is, where is he? He's in the round pen. He is eating a hay net, and he's got plenty of pick in that round pen as well. Lily's really excited. She's just over there. I don't know if you can see her in the background. She's very excited about her new friend. We'll just take a little bit of time to introduce them. I just really want Vigo to build a really strong bond with me, just to set that up first, so we'll get back into things tomorrow. We'll come and check on him tonight. I just think he's had a lovely change mentally. I'm so happy with how he came off the float. That was so excellent, and I am just so grateful to, I won't say her name just for privacy reasons, but I'm so grateful to the lovely lady that bred him. She did a beautiful job handling him. He's had very little handling, but you can just see already that he is so willing to please and has a lot of trust in humans, which is so beautiful. That gives me so much to work with, and yeah, it's such a special thing to have a horse have a good start in life. Lily also had really amazing handling. The gentleman that bred her was really gifted with horses, and although she had not had a lot on her, what she had done with her was just really amazing quality. And you can see in Vigo, he's very soft. There's so much softness there. There's so much willingness to please. He's got a beautiful, eager mind, and even in the moments where he's obviously concerned about his surroundings, he's still willing to give it a go. And I'm really excited to see how things develop with him, and I will keep you updated. So thank you so much for watching. I am going to sign off here. I'm going to go spend some time with my beautiful man who just, drove so far to pick up this gorgeous boy. And yes, I hope you are all well out there, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye. God bless.